Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of True Dungeon Talk with Trent. My name is Trent of trenttokens.com. I'm a big fan of the game called True Dungeon and a very avid collector of tokens, like I love to point out each time. There's a bunch of tokens back there. Ooh, doggy. This is a big show. We got a really big show, folks. Hi, Chihuahua. This, I believe, is going to be the biggest show ever. So we've got a lot to dive into here. But before I forget, oh yeah, I'm remembering. I'm getting better at this remembering stuff. The algorithm. If you would like to help me spread the love of True Dungeon, please click like and subscribe and all that other stuff. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. The more the merrier. Merrier? Like Marriott? No, the more the merrier to watch the show, the more love we can spread about True Dungeon. Thank you, everyone in chat. Oh my God, I see everybody there. Hello, everybody in chat. All right, now, a little more housekeeping besides liking and subscribing. For those of you who stick around until the end of the show, if you didn't know this already, everybody who already knows this, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water or something. At the end of the show, I will be doing free giveaways, and you're looking at them now. First place, second place, third place, gold and treasure chips. But in order to enter, a couple of things need to happen. Uno, you got to be here. You got to be here during the drawing. And the other thing is you need to click the pinned link to enter the drawing. So please go to the top of the chat there, click that link, fill in the information. I only use that information to notify you about your winnings and to mail it to you. So that's it. So definitely please do that. Today we're going to be discussing pretty much everything to do with 2026 with the creator of True Dungeon, Jeff Martin. So enough of my face. Let's get to the face of the man, the myth, the legend, the creator of True Dungeon. Everybody, please put your hands together and welcome Jeff Martin.
Hey.
Oh my God. Oh, the audience loves you. Welcome, Jeff, to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, it is funny when you say that. I feel like thanks to you for having me to do the show about the thing that you did. And so let's say hello to people in chat. You can't see chat, and I still haven't figured out how to make chat here go here. So if anybody out there is a good YouTuber, a knowledge person, please let me know how to share chat on the screen. So let's say hello to everybody. G. McShane, what up? David DeAngelis, Jim Harris. Rincon says it's not a big deal to him because he's a new player, but he's excited to hear about the rest of 2026. Boy, are you tuned into the right show. Raven. My favorite, don't tell everybody, but Raven's my favorite player. I love everybody else too, equally, okay? But, people do have their favorite children. Raven's my favorite. I'm glad you can make it. Mackenzie, Loving Life, Garrett, Hepadragon, Dyson Sam, hey, neighbor. Let's see, Steven, Gilstrife, Jason, Ben, another Ben, Casual Dan Creates, hello, Jeff Green, and Flick, hello. We got a Jason Effort, hello, William, what up, Brian, David, Chris Amir. Let's see. Oh, Basic Brainy, what up? Tom says hi. Well, hello, Tom, to you too. And John at True Dungeon, hoo-ha, says hello. And Jim is there. Hello, Jim. And he says hello to Jeff. David Gerspot, you made it. He only had like 4 hours to wait, so sorry you had to wait so long. Michael, Ashton, Brian, Peter, Phil Ace Norton. Oh, you're in a time zone where you can catch this. And Jeff321, who I cheat off of and copy his builds. Mark Allen, Kusik, Belinda. Hello, Taylor, Eric, Kusik, James F. Hodge. Wow, that's a lot of people. I probably missed some of you, but I am saying hello. The point of the show is to spread the love of True Dungeon, and I do these shows live, so you can ask questions to me or to Jeff. So feel free to ask anything about anything. If you don't mind, type the word question and then put your question after the question, and then I'll try to catch it. And hello, David, Syke, and Michael. What up, everybody? So, Jeff, shall we just dive in? Because we've got a lot to get into. Okay, we're going to, ready? dive in. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who loves the True Dungeon, get your eyeballs ready for a trailer of the 2026 season of True Dungeon.
That was fun to make.
Wow. What? You know how you watch a trailer for the movie and then basically see the whole thing? I feel like that's what we just saw. I think that wasn't a trailer. That was like the whole season nibbles of everything. That is insane. Yeah, so in chat, we got a few people who joined us. What's up? Let's see. Who joined us? It already scrolled by too fast. All right. Well, okay. So people are, yeah. So Jim says that was a lot to take in really fast. I know. So what I normally do is I play a trailer again because it's so exciting. I want to see it again. And you guys, I mean, I've already seen it before because I was like setting up the show, but I still am enjoying it. And I want you to see it again. But what I'm going to do, we're going to play it again later, and we're going to actually pause at each of these different things because it's just so much information. But before that, we've got some other things to get to. But I wanted you to see that trailer because it is insane. And Jeff, did Drake, your son, if people don't know yet, he is an incredible filmmaker, a musician, and a YouTuber and editor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So how much of that was Drake? And I assume you did probably some graphic work. And is that you and Drake created what we just saw?
That's me and Drake project. So we had a great time.
Wow.
And yeah, it was fun to be able to work hands in hand at the same room and try out different stuff. And yeah, he did a great job, and I'm real happy about the trailer. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing that you working with him and share some creative talents and can produce something so amazing for True Dungeon. My sons, I'm only good at eating, so we are like really good eaters, but that's pretty much it.
I wish I had the talents my son had. Yeah, he's an amazing musician and a bunch of stuff.
Right. Well, the fathers typically will say they want their sons to be better or more successful or whatever. So maybe you're getting that right. So I'm trying to follow along in chat. Phil Ace Norton says Gruntle Part 4, The Baconing. Raven says, holy smoke, that's a lot of adventures and a lot of true grind. I agree. True grind at RainCon, a couple of people are saying, I know. Basic Brain says the NPC crew. Basic Brain, is that Tom? Tom, is that you? The NPC crew are super excited for a year of Gothic horror. Everybody wants to be the vampire. I'm wondering if that's you, Tom. If not, that's somebody else. Everyone is... Mark Allen says, what are true grind? Ooh. So we'll talk about that when we get there. Kusik said that's definitely Tom. Okay, cool. You're too giant to be a vampire. Are vampires giant? He's like a 2.5 men. He could be his own, sitcom. Huh? Come on. Anybody? No? Boom, boom. Yeah. Nobody? Yeah. It's a tough crowd. And Ashley's in here in spirit. Okay, great. All right, so let's get to all the insane things that we need to get to. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, strap in. I think, Belinda, anyone taking notes? So many dates. Yeah, we're going to hit pause on that thing again. So you're going to see why I'm going to hit pause on that trailer again. But first up, speaking of dates. Now, today, if you're watching this live, today's the 27th. And on the 30th, today's Saturday, and in 3 days, on Tuesday, September 30th, is the final day to order your 2025 set tokens, which also allow you to get 2024 PYPs. So, Jeff, how did you choose the 30th? And is this something you do every year? You kind of, pick a date and say, all right, that's it, folks. What can you tell us more about this?
Usually it's the end of September lately, last few years. So, we just continued what we usually do. So, usually around the 2nd or 3rd of October is the next year. Give us a day or two to get things reset.
I see. And, actually, maybe I'll hold that question. I was going to ask about the tokens getting here. But before we do that, the next day, Wednesday, October 1st, if you guys didn't know, the store will be closed. So, I doubt anyone... What's that?
Moose should have told you.
Moose. So, I doubt anyone is as insane as me. But sometimes when the store is closed, I go to the store page and it's empty, and I feel sad. So, just want to share that. Is it that just me? Is that just me? But guess what will make me happy? The very next day, October 2nd, the 2026 tokens are for sale. Huh? Everybody excited? It's a tough crowd. Basic Tom says, Trent, can you turn up Jeff a little? I thought it was just me. Jeff, can you? Oh, you know what? I actually can turn you up a little. Hold on. I'm gonna do 110. Okay, Jeff, can you say something?
Something.
Yeah. Yep.
I can move my camera a little closer. Maybe.
Oh, you're fine. I could just turn you up. Tell me if that's enough, guys. If not, I'll turn you up a little more. Norton says better.
Apples and oranges.
If you guys want me to turn him up a little more, let me know.
Murmur.
That reminds me, I did a show with somebody. Jim says still pretty quiet. I'm going to turn you back up. And I didn't know the lines to some song, and my buddy just said, "Oh, well, just say watermelon." So it's like watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. And so you just kind of pick up the melody that everybody's doing, and then just say watermelon because your mouth is moving. It looks like you're singing the song. So anytime you don't know the song and you're singing with a choir or a group, just say watermelon over and over and over.
Nice.
Okay, so if I have him at 120 now. If anybody thinks he should go up higher, let me know.
Hello.
We got to get you a fancy mic.
Yeah, sorry.
So the big news, worthy of you being loud enough, is not only is October 2nd when the 2026 tokens begin to be sold, they're being shipped immediately. Why is that?
What? Well, they're here. Well, might as well do it. Let's do it. Yeah. We're at first time ever. We're no pre-order period, so they're here. Let's just go ahead and do it. We'll we'll see how fast we can get them out and how fast they come in, but we will be putting in long days to get the orders out. Believe me.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. Lori has a question. Raven has a question. Is that Lori in the background asking whether we can turn Jeff down later? Yeah, we probably could.
Got a button for that. It's called the look.
So this, when I first started out, this was a little confusing for me but I'm not so great at math. But there are different ways to purchase things from the True Dungeon site, and during what is now called the early bird special period, which is the month of October 2nd until the 31st, probably midnight, Central Time is my guess. If you place an order for between 250 to 750 in the month of October, you'll get what you see in there, a 2026 treasure chip, which you can use obviously in any 2026 event. So if anyone has any questions about ordering, now's the time to ask. You've got the master planner right here who can answer that. But I'm going to go through the next couple of options here. If you order 1,000 or more, for every 1,000 you get 2 free 3x chips. So you could see there's a little bump in the treasure chips there. And if you order, you guessed it, an $8,000 order, or an 8K order as we commonly say, you'll get 5 10x chips. And this is what is happening for like the auctions that I'm running, so people can bid on these chips if they want. But you might think, is there more? There is more. That's a great question. For everything that we just mentioned moments ago, there's something else. For every 250 in orders, you receive a free Drake's Drought. Now, I notice, Jeff, this says Drake's Drought, so that means you're kind of mixing it up from the Averin stuff, or Averin stuff is probably how you say it.
Avron, yeah.
Yeah, but still no Lori tokens. Are you just stubborn? What's going on?
We're waiting for the ultimate token. We don't want to waste the name.
Okay. All right. Drake has got a lot of tokens. I've done this on the show before. I had a little sheet where it showed all the tokens for Drake, all the tokens for Avery, Zippo for Lori. So we see where that love is. Lynn H. asked questions. Will there be a golden ticket chances in these new 2026 10 packs?
Yes. Same as always.
Same as always. When you buy 10 packs, the same random chance as always is in there. Michael Youngs asks, is there any chance that TDHQ gets them out and then Trent gets them out in time for GameholeCon? Or is that way too much hustle to be reasonably expected? Well, True Dungeon ships really quickly. Sometimes the post office takes their time. But as long as the post office participates in our little rendezvous exchange, I will definitely have them before GameholeCon. I hope to ship them for people who aren't going to GameholeCon. I guess that in like 2 weeks from now, week and a half from now, hopefully they're shipping. But if you want GameholeCon delivery, I should be able to bring everything. I'm sure the post office will have everything to me by then. And Chris Samir says, I believe that's pronounced Drake's Draft. Why? Why is it Drake's Draft?
You can pronounce that however you want.
There you go. You got it from the horse's mouth. Gilstrife says the real reason about the Lori token is because the Lori tokens would be extremely OP, overpowered.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. Mackenzie says, I still remember being pelted with tokens from the Lori monster. Did she throw tokens at us when she was the Lori Gorgon? She did a lot of other stuff. It was very mean. She made us do paperwork. Yeah, that was a mean monster. And someone asked about a golden ticket. Jason has a question. How do we let you know about GameholeCon delivery? Just put it in the notes or send me an email. That's the same for any convention. Just put it in the notes or send me an email. But speaking of golden tickets, I was quite surprised in the 2025 season that every 8K had a GT. You're doing that again in 2026, right?
Yes. Yes.
Could you tell us why you made that decision? Because I remember there were some years where, I mean, in the early times, almost every 8-ish or so, or 8 to 12-ish or so, you'd get a GT.
Yeah.
Then it was like every 16 you get a GT. Some years yes, some years no. It was the randomness of it. If you like ordered like right after one went out, you might have been in trouble. But we don't have to deal with that anymore. Why make that change?
Pretty much exactly why you said. I just thought it was a lot more fair for everybody. There were some people that had kind of more knowledge of how things work than others, and I don't know. I just thought it'd just be more fair if we just said, you know what, we're just gonna put one in there, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to sweat it. You don't have to like um, dig through your tokens, worried that you might have missed it. I just thought it was
Oh,
just a better way to do it. We have had a few times over the years people get a hold of us in October saying I didn't go to Gen Con and so I didn't open my 250 pack,
right.
and then I just did because I'm going to Gamehole Con, and guess what I found in there? A golden ticket, and that was like, or before we did it at Gamehole Con. So
Right.
yeah, so I just thought it'd be better just to, you know, just say it's in there. You don't have to worry about it. Here you go.
Got it. Well, that definitely happened a lot in the past because I got a bunch of golden tickets on eBay. That I guess the same thing happened. I mean, I have a pretty good collection of the golden tickets. Not all, but I have a pretty good collection of them. Now, another very cool thing when you do the 8K orders is you become a patron, and you get a patron pin, and you get a patron code to attend patron events, and you also get 4 buttons, which you don't need both, unless you want to take advantage of the back checks. What I like to do is I like to give the buttons away, or sell them for a couple bucks just to try to recoup a few dollars here and there. But if you're going in on a group, I recommend, if you aren't familiar with how these 8K orders work, or it's not something that you can financially do, I highly recommend getting with a group. You and 3 other friends do a 2K a piece, or 7 other friends do a 1K a piece, and there's lots and lots of stuff to divvy up. You can kind of randomize who gets the patron code, or work it out where you spend a certain amount, you get the patron code. There's all kinds of ways to do this. I participate with a group who does this, and it works out really well. Now, there's more incredible news.
Dun, dun, dun.
The 2026 transmuting is starting in 2025, December
What the heck?
10th. Now, why start the transmuting for the 2026 transmute tokens on December 10th?
Well, because the tokens are here, and there'll be enough time where a lot of them go out from all the orders. So why not? Let's be nice to folks and open it up early.
Got it. I thought you would say that part of it would be so people can get their patrons, the Ring of the Sacred Circle and the mark in time, because you need time to print those, if I'm not mistaken. And RingCon's coming, right? Is that part of the reason as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have till March 15th to get it in, so this will give you over 4 months. But if we'd have done it in January, you'd still have 3 months. So I suspect nearly all of them will be in by the end of the year, or close by the end of January for sure. So, yeah. But it's nice just to let's go ahead and do it while let's help people out and just be nice.
Got it. And speaking of that, a quick little tangent. So this is the Mark of Enlightenment, and we're looking at the way it's going to look. It's going to say 1 of 10 saint powers you selected here. So does that mean it's going to say saint whatever and then the power, or is it just going to be the power? Have you decided what that's going to say there?
Not, I haven't done it exactly. No, this is kind of an
Okay.
example. There may be, the saint might be mentioned. I don't know. We'll see what fits, how it works and all that. So eventually, probably in the next couple weeks, we'll have that updated. I've just been way too busy trying to get ready for this show, basically. The big announcement and get ready for our tokens on the 2nd. So.
Right, and for the crafted by, or what kind of restrictions are you there? Just kind human words.
Yeah, as long as it's not, I'm sure somebody's gonna try to sneak in a funny one. But yeah, as long as it's nothing, as long as it's nothing too bad, you can craft it by whatever you want to say.
Got it.
You can even say Trent.
Oh, what? I might do that. The number sequence at the bottom, and is that sequential, random? And how is it going to start?
Really like numbers. They like the numbers on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait till March 15th, and I'm going to go through the trouble of randomizing it all. We're going to have a spreadsheet. We're just going to randomize it, and once it's done, and then we'll send everybody a number. So you'll get a random number.
Got it. Are you going to start with 100? Do you know?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be some thoughts about that on the forums. So, or we could start at 001. So I don't know. Probably just 0 to 1 would be best, because we're not going to need 3 digits.
So you think you might? I know we're not locking you down, but just for the current conversation, maybe you'll just do 2 digits. So you don't think more than 99 will be made?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Let me check in with chat. Oh, by the way, let me do that algorithm thing. If you haven't yet, please click like and subscribe to help spread the love of True Dungeon. And let me check in with chat here. Trying to check here. All right, so Wayne has a question. And remember, guys, if you put question in there, I can find it easier. Wayne has a question. Any chance of 2026 transmutes at GameholeCon?
Honestly, we've been so busy. Hadn't really thought about it. I'll talk to Gruntle, see what he has to say.
Okay.
And we'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
So probably not, because it's just going to be too crazy to have 2 different years, or 3 different years actually, going all at once.
That's true.
It'd be nice though.
Yeah.
Be super nice. Well, I will make an announcement on Monday if we think we can handle the logistics of it all, because it'd be nice if people could do this stuff in person, because I'm sure they're a little scared to mail some of this stuff in. So
yeah, I saw someone in the forum say that they were a little frightened of mailing something like that. What's hilarious is I've done what, am I over 11,000 orders now, something like that, and 0 orders have been lost, which is insane. But at least 1 or 2, the boxes have showed up and there was nothing inside the box. So I mean, I had insurance and it got replaced, so that sucked. But technically every box has arrived out of 11,000 plus. So let me check back in. Jordan Kennedy says, what's up, Jordan? AG membership for $2 in an auction is the best value money can buy. Yep. Mike is excited about transmuting. Lynn says, I just picked up a Will's Dragon Heart off of eBay. I never dream I'd ever get one of those. eBay is awesome. Yeah, those are really cool tokens. So speaking of that, because since you seem to like that token, pardon me, Jeff, while I do a quick little aside here. This is for Lynn H. All right, so Lynn, this is for you. Let me fix that there. Do I get it right there? Hold on. There we go. There you go, Lynn. There's Will's Dragon Heart with Will Wheaton. How about them apples? Yeah, so thought you might like that. Okay, that's for Lynn. Pardon my little tangent aside there. He did last year, or if you reached out, Lacklorn, I guess that you're talking about transmuting. Brian, question on the Mark of Enlightenment. I send in my 4 fragments to TD, and then is the mark sent back to me, or do I pick it up at RainCon? Great question, Brian. What do you say? What say you, sir?
Picking that up at RingCon.
Pick it up at RingCon.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's go back to the previous slide.
Unless you can make it, and then we'll ship it after.
Wait, what? Unless you don't make it by the deadline, is that what you're saying?
Unless you can't make it to RingCon for some reason, then we'll ship it to you
Oh,
after.
okay. So, I see. Yeah, that would suck. So starting December 7th, you can send in your... Now, how about the rings? Are the rings going to be picked up at RingCon?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll probably just send those back.
So you're not sure about the rings, but you're definitely sure about the marks.
I'm 99% sure that we're just going to send those out because those aren't custom. The marks we have to make after
Got it.
March 15th. So we have those, and we can give them to, yeah. So.
Okay, so the rings, because it's not custom, the rings should go out like normal. You believe 99.9. The marks, however, we send in the path before March 15th, and we will pick up the path at RingCon. By the way, we have to show the ring to get to RingCon, so I'm assuming you're mailing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the entry fee, or one of the entry fees. Okay, so checking, and Mike P. Markey, enlikened and in subscribe. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Lynn liked the token. Glad you got it. Cover stealing badger. Take two. Cover stealing badger. Trent, you just invoked Saint Murphy, patron of bad luck. Oh, really? David is really excited about the ring. Kevin is excited about the ring as well. Kusig, how locked in are the saints' names and the abilities for Mark of Enlightenment? It seems that the slot expander is the go-to for the majority of people due to its power. What say you, good sir?
The names are locked because they're already on all the tokens. So we'll lock it down early in a few days, early next week.
The powers, you're going to lock it down in the next few days? Okay,
Yeah.
Great. Stephen, aka Quizboy, question: so Ring of Sacred Circle and Mark of Enlightenment can't be transmuted after March 15th of next year? Great question. I'll let you field that one.
Yeah, you can transmute those after that, but you won't be able to go to RingCon with them. So yeah, you'll have the normal 2 years for the Ring of the Sacred Circle. The Mark of Enlightenment, however, you only have till the end of 2026 to do that, because again, we're going to do a second batch of all custom tokens then. So we'll definitely send out lots of newsletters and warnings to everybody. So yeah, you got 1 year to do the mark, you got 2 years, the standard 2 years to do the...
Right. I suspect that info will be on the RingCon page. It's also going to be on TokenDB, and as you said, in newsletters, etc. Okay, so Jordan's happy. Myron asks, what's up, Myron? Are the rings going to be numbered?
No.
Okay.
They're not custom.
They're not custom. Ben asks, Trent, that's me. Will you be offering any golden tickets on your website for 2026 at any point? Last year, the 2025 season, I did actually put up, I think, a couple for auction, but for the golden tickets, I use that for, I use some of them for my group, like me and my wife, for instance. But I do resell them. So if you're interested in a golden ticket, just send me an email and I'll put you on the list. I use that to help recoup the losses that I inevitably take from running the auctions. Kelly, hello, Flick. I would love a St. Elmo mark. There's no St. Elmo on the list, right?
No.
Kusik, I'm hoping we can get some form of St. Grano for the holiday special. Well, there could be future marks, maybe. Speaking of something future, this is new information. The Rune Giant Totem is also available on December 10th. What? Man, I'm excited about that. I can't reach it, but I got a bag full of my runes ready for this. I do have some questions about this guy. May equip 2 marks. there's certain rules that you can't equip two of the same name token unless there's certain weapons and certain classes that can do that stuff. I assume you cannot use two Mark of Enlightenments with this token. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, the same rules apply about equipping the same token. So you can do there's a 2K mark, and then there'll probably be some other marks come along throughout the years. So.
Right. The only reason I ask is because they're called Mark of Enlightenment, but there's different saints. But
yeah,
that's just the subtitle. Got it. So I'm calling them the big boy mark. So no two big boy marks, but you can use a big boy mark and a completed mark at the 2K level, or either of those and one of the single year marks. So any combinations besides the two Mark of Enlightenments, which I'm pretty excited about. If anyone has any questions in chat, please ask away. Just type the word question and then your question. Again, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to take part, let me do a quick little reminder, or for the first time in case you join later, if you want to take part in this drawing, you have to be here at the end, and you have to say, "That's me," in chat. So if you would like to take part in that, please click the pinned link and fill out your info, and I will then hopefully draw your name at the end. Any more questions? If not, it's time to dig into RainCon. Mm-hmm. Let me see if we got some chat stuff here. Ben says, "Will do. We'll send you an email." Sounds good. Mark has a question. Will the runes needed to craft the Rune Giant Totem be taken out of the treasure pool after the 2025 season? Great question, Mark. What say you, sir?
Yes, they're only in the 25 treasure. Yep.
Got it. So the last time to acquire them would be GameholeCon, and then November VTD and December VTD.
Correct. Yep.
Got it. So 3 more chances, Mark. Kuzik, are there still GT chances available in the 2025 token orders?
Sure. Yep. We still have handful of days left. So, yep.
Right. You definitely could get one if you do an 8K, which used to not be the case a long time ago. It was kind of random. But then again, you could order a 10-pack, and you might be the next person. You know, the odds are extremely rare, but I've seen them in 10-packs before. It's pretty nuts. Brian, question. Can we make Rune Giants at GameholeCon?
Yeah, that's another one. Again, I have to see what St. Gruntle says.
St. Gruntle.
So it's probably going to be very difficult to do 3 years worth of stuff. So don't get your hopes up. We'll see. We'll try, but there may be too much logistics. It might be crazy.
Got it.
We'll see how much also volunteer staff we have, because I imagine if we did it, it'll be pretty nuts. So we'll see. We'll try. You know us. We do it if we can.
David Zach says, "Bless us, St. Gruntle." Mike P. Markey, is there a recipe somewhere for this giant totem? So, Mark P. Markey, I'm smiling because that means you are unaware of something, which excites me. So that means that you are fairly new, or maybe just not something that you've been interested in before. There's a website called tokendb.com, tokendb.com. If you go there, you can see all about all the tokens. It's extremely cool. And my buddy David and I, hello David, we made another website for collectors. It's inspired by tokendb.com, and you can use it to track your collection. So both of those websites will give you the recipe to make this token. And welcome if you're still fairly new, Mike. Okay, so Kuzik, my 8K order arrives on Monday. Already got my GT locked for GameholeCon. Yeah. Hoping the rest of my group fills out for it. Michael Young, question. Is Trent sponsoring an area outside TD at GameholeCon again this year? I'm eager to stop by and trade some 50 GP runes. Great question, Michael. For every Gamehole Con, forever and ever and ever, as long as I'm breathing, there will be a Trent's Lounge. So, and also a Friday night party, which there'll be more info about that in the coming days. Okay, it's time to get into RingCon. Shall we, Jeff?
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, welcome to the premiere of the RingCon trailer. Let's push the button. Boop. RingCon, RingCon. Oh man, I don't know if I could express how excited I am for RingCon. Hi, Chihuahua.
I think we just did.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Well, if I had more room in the frame, I would express more excitement. If anyone is even an iota of excited as I am, you are overblown with excitement. RingCon, man, it's hard to talk. So yeah, let's go over each of the things that we just saw that we're about to have fun with about RingCon. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think someone in chat said that they weren't maybe that interested or concerned about RingCon because they're fairly new. So to go, you just need, some rings. It's not that difficult to get all the different rings. So if you would like to email me, if it's just the rings that are preventing you from going, please just email me and I'll help you acquire the rings that are needed. And if you gather these rings, guess what? Bada bing, bada boom, you get to go to something at RingCon called the Sacred Circle. Jeff, tell us about the Sacred Circle. What is this?
Well, the good news is we put a lot of energy and thought into making sure the whole 2026 year schedule of events all flows very well together. So you have this big overarching story arc. So this will take place right after the March virtual that we're having.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll kind of lead up to that. It's called the Order of the Dawn, the March one, and there you actually no spoiler here, but you join the Order of the Dawn, and after that they say, hey man, since you're now a member of the Order of the Dawn, it's time for you to go on your quest to gather your 5 rings of the different circles. And if you get all 5 at the end, you can do a special ceremony to create a ring of the Sacred Circle. And that'll make you uber cool. And it'll put you at the top of the list of the different levels.
Oh, wow. So we got a spoiler. And I love it when the story is all connected. That's so fun. Okay. If we had one of those like little hospital beeping things connected to me, it'd be going beep, beep, beep. It'd probably going crazy.
I thought it'd be really cool to, I'm sorry, I just want to say, I thought it'd be really cool that work the gathering of the 5 rings that people have been doing the last 5 years into the story. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it's super cool.
explains how
Like,
you got those.
right, and it kind of reminds me of like when we were chasing that mind guy sucking our brains. You know, I mean, that was like a 7-year quest trying to go after that guy.
Yeah.
All right, so people are definitely excited about RingCon. I'm seeing lots of excitement about the RingCon and a 4-room dungeon. Yep, we'll talk about that in a second. Matthew says that's quite a lot to offer. And Basic Tom says, so many dungeons. I agree. Kusik says, reminds me of the Fry meme. Take my money. I know. Belinda, who earlier, I'm not sure if I commented on this. I saw you say something about who's taking notes about the calendar. That's coming up. I'm going to pause the screen so you can take notes about the calendar here. Belinda, question, now that TD has merch website, will there be official RingCon merchandise? Lori, are you listening?
Yes. Talk to the merchandise experts.
Good question.
Yeah, you don't want me picking the stuff. It'll all be just weird. So,
yeah. So that's a Lori question. Email Lori and Poker. Raven, woohoo, can't wait for the grind. I know. Oh, are you doing the grind, Raven? Are you going to be our grinder? Wait, I think I'm working that. Oh, I just asked you that, but you answered it there. Great, cool. Ben says, going to be so hyped, first non-Gen Con TD event. So that means you haven't gone to Origins, San Japan, MomoCon, PAX South, PAX West, or GamehoCon, Ben? Come on! Come on! Chop chop! Everyone's pretty excited. Sarah, can a person participate in RingCon multiple times if they have several rings made? So I think you mean the Sacred Circle. What say you, Jeff?
Yeah, it's a really good question. We have a limited number of tickets available just because of, we were only there for 2 days. So we'll have exact information how this will be done posted probably within the month. But there will be an initial period where we give everybody a chance to go online and grab a ticket so that everybody gets a chance. And then if there's anything left over, then we'll have a second round where people that have previously have another code can come in and grab some more. So we have a fairly big schedule, so we're hoping that everybody will get a chance to play, and then some folks will even get to play twice. But we really don't know how many people are coming. We can't really base it on when we were, the last time we did SkullCon, because that was still within the COVID era, and it's just hard to know. So we're, who knows? We know how much maximum could be made, but how many actually show up and can get made, I don't know.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I can't give you a great answer, but you'll be able to play once at least, and then possibly twice.
So when you say, I think I'm digging into what Sarah is saying here, and I think you probably understand her completely, but I might not. So I'll just try to clarify. So for instance, I personally make 2, and whatever it is that I receive by making one, let's say it's a code, right? We're going to get some type of code. So I get 2 emails to my email address, and I got 2 codes. So when you say, oh, everybody can go once, well, each of these codes can go once, or unless you filter by the person's name.
Yeah, that's as we did at SkullCon. We have to go through the crazy thing of checking like the government ID just to make sure you didn't play earlier. So yeah, again, I know gamers love the game, and they're going to get the system. So we're going to have to just spell it out there that we're going to be checking IDs and make sure that, hey, you played and your name's not Jane. Last time you played, your name was Paul. So,
Got it. Okay, so you are saying if I make 2, even though I made 2, it's one human, it's 1 per human until everybody gets a chance, and then whether you have another ring or not. So that's the next part of my question. So when you do open it up for other people, can someone who owns only 1 ring go again with that 1 ring?
No. They have to have a second code.
Ah, okay, okay. So first, every human gets to go. If you have tickets left over, if you made more than one ring, then that human can go again with their second ring.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Great.
it's all very unknown right now. I wish I had better info, but we just got to see what the demand is. I don't know what it'll be. So.
Yeah. Not trying to lock you down, but just trying to see where you are at this point. So what we just said is where you're at this point. It's really up to supply and demand. Sarah, I'm not sure if that's exactly what you were asking, but that's what I kind of thought you might have been asking. Mind Slayer, is that what that monster was called? What'd you call that? Mind Slayer. Man, that thing haunted us for years. Okay, so Kuzik said he's got some extra rings if people are looking. Jordan has a question. Can we transmute the ring at RingCon, or do we need to mail it ahead of time? Same discussion as before. Nervous to mail my ticket to RingCon.
Sure. You do have to send it in ahead of time. We have to make a schedule. Again, we have to know how many people. There'll be a deadline because, like I said, we want to give everybody a chance to get one ticket. And then if there's anything left over, we got to have a deadline where now more people can come in and get a second ticket.
Got it. Okay. So you got to do it ahead of time. Valen36 says they already have a hotel room booked. That's cool. I need to get one. Haven't done mine yet. Kuzik says Jeff just said uber cool. That's how you know he's a true gamer. Jeff is definitely a true gamer. Garrett, question. Any more spoilers about Silver Ship Passages? We're about to talk about them.
Yeah, we'll
so we'll talk about that in a second. And Raven says, hoping to make it to RingCon as long as they let me into the U.S. Yes, we hope they let you in. Checking on any more questions. Okay, here we go. David, question. What is the theoretical maximum number of rings that could be made?
I don't remember. It's in the hundreds, of course. But I don't. It just so the maximum would be like the least amount we sold during the 5 years of each year, but I don't remember. I don't want to say it's several hundred. But
really? Wow, cool. All right, Sarah. So I did get the question pretty close. Question: is there an age limit for RingCon?
Yeah, we're gonna stick with the 13-year-old thing that we've done at every event. So, yep.
Got it.
We plan on having some startle scares because it's very spooky, so we don't want to cause trauma to some kids. So definitely, yeah. I'm a child of the 70s who went through JC haunted houses where they literally would pick you up and as an 8-year-old and throw you on an operating table with a chainsaw. So a little different back then.
Wow.
So yeah, we don't want to scar any children. So.
Got it. Okay, so Stephen, aka Quizboy, has a question. Is Fang and Fury the only RingCon adventure that provides XP, or does Sacred Circle and Sacred Path also provide XP? Great question, Stephen.
That is a great question, and I should probably speak with people that are smarter than me before I say. So I'm going to have to just say to be announced.
Okay, TBA. All right, so I think I got everybody caught up on the questions. Let's go on to the next part of the RingCon video, the Sacred Path. Tell us about the Sacred Path, Jeff.
Well, you in March of ETD, you join the Order of the Dawn, and then you go and grab your 5 rings and perform the ceremony correctly. Wink, wink. And you create your ring of the Sacred Circle, and then they go, well, since you got a ring of the Sacred Circle, you qualify for this final level. If you can make it, only a few people have done this, but you can try to journey to the demi-plane called Enlightenment, where the 10 saints dwell.
Wow.
So you go gather 4 fragments of this map. that take you through extra dimensional space or all these weird lands, and you eventually make it to enlightenment if you're lucky enough, where you will face the final test of the saints to earn your mark.
Wow. I have a question. Is that the path right there?
That looks like a path. Yep.
Wow. It's sacred. Oh no. Oh, that sounds scary. Okay, so this is obviously for the marks. So for the patron level marks, that is a special event only for them. Wow. Speaking of Fang and Fury, that's next up. What can you tell us about this guy?
All right. This was all John's idea, so you can blame him.
Okay.
For,
oh, John,
yeah.
You want to tell us in chat? What is this, John?
Yeah. So we thought, hey, we want to provide the best weekend possible for the people that have been supporting us. So John's idea was to say, hey, let's do a forum adventure that they can just buy tickets however many they want. They want to play this thing like 3 or 4 times during their where they have bubbles opening. Let's let them. So that's what we're doing. You still have to you have to have your admission ticket, which is your Ring of the Sacred Circle, to buy any tickets into play. But you can buy as many as you want with your 1 token. So
got it. So this is probably a good opportunity to say, once again, as we determined moments ago, the Ring of Sacred Circle allows you 1 human going through the Sacred Circle run. Your Mark of Enlightenment allows you 1 human run through that, and I doubt there'll be extra runs of that. But Fang and Fury, buy as many tickets as you want, as long as they're available.
Yep.
And you get XP, a survivor button, participation token, and you can use 1 ultra rare treasure enhancer. Now, are these 10-pack only runs?
Nope.
Okay. But so you can use any tokens you want except the treasure enhancers.
Yeah. But at Origins it'll be 10-pack only. But at RingCon, let's just let it go. Have some fun. Well, you know what? Maybe that was a dumb thing to say. So this is why I don't do interviews, because
you could say I don't know. That's okay. I hadn't thought about this either until this moment that we're talking about it.
I thought, but yeah, because it's only available on normal and hardcore. So yeah, well, let's just say to be determined.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a good question. We'll add that to the FAQ. So sorry, I gave a bad answer. That's it.
It's all right. So if we start over and say, hey, is this a 10-pack sealed dungeon, TB to be determined, is the answer.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
But it will be a 10-pack only at Origins? Did I hear that? Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Checking in on chat. Again, don't forget to do the liking and subscribing and enter the drawing if you want to take part in that. Click the link at the top. I'm checking at the chat here at the questions. So looks like a couple people were asking the same question that I just asked. Yeah. So that's TBD. Raven, same kind of question about the different levels. If it is a 10-pack only, probably just do normal and hardcore, right?
Yep.
And David asked, can we play the 4-room dungeon on Epic if it's not sealed? Honestly, why not? If it's not sealed, right?
Yeah. I'll talk to the smart people and see what they think.
Got it.
The team's gonna say, boss, maybe you should.
Are you crazy? Yeah. The cool thing about this show is that we're getting all this information out ahead of time, so you can kind of make plans. And also, we figure out, oh wow, these are questions we didn't think about. So we're helping you come up with some of these questions. Mark has a question. For the Sacred Circle run, will we sign up for our class prior to the event? Great question.
To be determined. Yeah. I believe that's what you do on virtual, so they probably will, but I just wanted to check
Got it.
with the team that gently remind me that I should always check with him first.
Understood. And a couple people are talking about sealed runs being fun. I love them. They're my favorite. It feels like old school True Dungeon, helping people. I love the sharing of the tokens. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kevin says you haven't done one in ages. I highly recommend it. It's so fun. David Harris has a question. How early on Friday will RingCon begin? Trying to decide if I should come in Thursday night or Friday morning. Good question.
Yeah, good question. After this show's over, I'm going to update the RingCon page with exact info about when everything is getting run, every slot, everything is going to be on the RingCon page. So I believe on Friday, I think it's noon, but
I think it's
later.
noon as well. Yeah, I think it's noon.
I think it's 9 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, so that after the show, he's going to update the page, and you'll see all that info. David says sealed is fun too. No objections to it being standard. I'm with you. John at True Dungeon at RingCon. Are RingCon volunteers getting a chance to play Fang and Fury? Is he asking because he wants to play it? Is it?
Probably. I'll have to talk to the smart people about all that. We got to figure out we'll try. We'll see.
Okay. Matthew, piggybacking on John's question, will volunteers be able to play in any of the dungeons?
You will have to talk to the smart people.
Okay.
There are plans, but nothing's been definitively decided. So, at this time.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of these runs, I think a fan favorite, a True Grind, Cracks of Doom. What can you tell us about this?
Well, it's another Paul special, so it'll be good. I don't want to give it away because he may not want me to, but you can kind of guess by the picture and the name, kind of what's going on. So,
if you guys have,
Paul.
if you've never done a True Grind, you must. And I can't believe my ears when I heard and saw that there's going to be 2 different True Grinds in 2026. One at RingCon and then a different one at GamehoCon. So, wow. And we're about to talk about that in a little bit here. Next up is something extremely cool that we have been jonesing over for years now. What can you tell us about these Silver Ship passages?
There will be a special room. Again, after tonight, the schedule will be published. But there'll be a special room that you can visit throughout the day, both days. And depending on which Silver Ship Passage ticket you have, it'll be open to one specific realm. So if you have an Outpost nil, you may have to wait till like 6 o'clock to get in. But once you see that your land is available, you can take your ship, your silver ship, and sail there, and you'll have a quick little physical challenge to win some cool stuff.
Wow.
There's so many of these out there, and there's 4 of them. We decided to kind of do it like this to maximize the fun for everybody. And I think this will be real.
Before you said it was a 12-minute thing from Mirthwood, but you're changing that, right?
Yeah, we decided I think it would be a lot better to do 4 of these things and make them shorter. So this is what we're gonna do. I think it's gonna be, hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and it should be a nice thing to give you a little bit of, like, if you got a hole in your schedule, you're like, hey, I can jump in here real quick as I'm walking by. I can burn my Mirthwood token and try my luck.
Got it. So you don't need to register. You don't need to buy a ticket. You need a Ring of Sacred Circle to go to RingCon, but once you have that and you're at RingCon, as long as you have these, you just stand in line and have fun and party on?
Yeah.
Wow. I just remembered because Dave reminded me about this. Lori's name is on a token.
There you go.
Now, who put
Somebody
this
found
here?
it. I have no idea. I know nothing. No, nothing.
Okay, so
There's
that.
occasionally secret little messages in these tokens every once in a while.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen any other messages besides this one. So, and I have them all behind me. So now I got to look at all of them. Can you narrow it down to a year?
Check out the arcane recipe token, and then one time we had one that was a code, but we coded all the scrolls for a while until people figured it out. But anyway.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wow, Lori's awesome. Let me check in with chat here. Okay. Let's make sure I didn't miss any from the bind. Okay, so David Zach, thank you for putting the word question there so I could definitely grab it. Good question. Will grind also be limited to one sign up per human at first? So he's using my vernacular here. That's how I keep it simple, baby. You know, one human. What do you think?
Correct. Yep.
Same thing for True Grind. One per human. Okay. At first, and if the tickets open up, got it. A couple people haven't done grind yet. It's something you got to try. It's amazing. So Jeff Green, I think we just answered your question as well. Basically saying the same thing. So that gives a chance to everybody to be able to run it. Two people asked pretty much the same question. Is there any benefit to having more than one ship passage of a single type?
Oh yeah, I'll give you 2 tries at it. You might win 2 prizes. Who knows? So yeah, yep, definitely. You got. I think there's some guys have been and gals have been collecting quite a few. So we'll probably see some people. We figured out that you get 1 try per entry. So if you have unless there's nobody behind you in line, if you got 10 of them, you're gonna have to go to the back of the line every time, just to give everybody the same weight. So,
now you said prizes. Gamers love prizes.
right.
Now, someone who has a stack of 10, is that, let's say they accomplish whatever the goal is, does that mean they get 10 different prizes? Or no?
You'll find out when you get there.
Find out when we get there. Got it. Okay. So Brian, I think we answered your question too about the true grind thing. It's 1 per person. Sarah says Lori is awesome. Brian Olson has a question. Is the Silver Ship event a solo event or a group?
It is solo, as far as we determine now. Yeah. It's gonna, otherwise it would be too hard to admin. You'd have to wait around, and the current design is all singles. Yeah.
Right. I'm getting a vibe of almost like a fair, like there's like booths. That's kind of like a vibe I'm getting here for these things.
Indeed.
So maybe I'm projecting there. I don't know. We'll see. Chris has a question. Probably not, but any idea which ship passage is the least out in the wild?
I don't know. I think they're all about the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess there were a few times when it was a choice, but we can I'll do an inventory, see what's left, if anything, then we'll know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I suspect they're all very close.
Yeah, I have seen the randomness, and I get a lot of treasure. But over time, it basically leveled out for me. There were definitely peaks and valleys, but over time, it evened out. Belinda, psyched that there are going to be so many things to do at RingCon, Ring Run, Path Run, Forum Run, and Silver Ship Passages. I agree. It's very cool. Myron says, my internet keeps dying. Stupid playing Wi-Fi. Basic Braining / Tom says, very cool to spread out the grind tickets. I agree. Spread the love. James Clausen has a great question. What is the best way for a solo adventurer to find a group for RingCon? What would you recommend, Jeff?
I would just make a post in the forum. It's a great way to find people. So,
okay.
Just
Michael Denning, I have not done an in-person event. If you had to pick one for 2026, which one would you choose? What do you think?
That's a hard one. In person, I would just say go to Gamehole Con for your first time, because we've got a really nice dungeon there. We've got two actually, and a lot of great folks go there, and it's a great smaller con that's uh, much less expensive than Gen Con. So the hotels, the food, everything is it's just run by a group of really good people. So I would recommend Gamehole Con. Gen Con's great because it's just I've been going for over 40 years. It's just a spectacle. It's crazy. It's like a huge celebration of everything that's geeky and gaming. So that's a good thing to do as well. But I think for the first time, if you really want to, dip your toe in, Gamehole Con's the way I'd go.
I would second that emotion. And I also have a Friday night party where you can enjoy yourself. Free pizza, free beer, free drinks, lots of free giveaways as well. Let's see. So there's some suggestions for you there. Dyson Sand question: prizes equal tokens? Question mark. I think he's talking about the silver ship.
Yep. Yeah. Could be.
Could be. Okay, got it.
I want there to be some surprises, so
right.
You'll see when you get there.
Sarah says she's annoyed that we didn't get our passages the first time. Well, they're out there. I'm sure we can do some trades. Tom has a question. Any chances to get more passages before RingCon in 2026?
No. Not that I know of. Not from us anyway.
Got it. So 2025 treasure, 3 more chances. Gamehole Con, November VTD, December VTD, and I think, is it Pemberton? That's this year. So that might be Pemberton. Somebody else can maybe correct me in chat if I've got that wrong. Pick has a question. Will there be transmuting at RingCon?
Yes, for sure. All kinds of transmuting.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So checking. Oh, Melon Brand is this year. Okay, thank you for correcting me, guys. You just opened one. Okay. Yeah, Sarah, you say Pemberton was year 1. I think that's Mythword, when that's with the beggar, and then maybe after that might have been Pemberton. So speaking of RingCon, if you didn't know yet, it's going to be May 29th through 30th. In chat, you were asking about which event to go to. RingCon would be amazing, but if you want to just go to like a quote-unquote normal convention, I would definitely recommend Gamehole Con. Unless you want an enormous spectacle, then that would be Gen Con. But for RingCon, the dates have been announced for a while. May 20th through the 29th and the 30th. Williamson County Pavilion in Maryland, Illinois. There's a bunch of hotels there, a bunch of restaurants, etc. But again, it's important to note that the tickets for patrons go on sale on the 10th and then on January 11th for the non-patrons. And to do these 3 events, the Sacred Circle, True Grind Cracks of Doom, and Fang and Fury, you gotta have the Ring of Sacred Circle. But for the patron level, of course you need the Ring of Sacred Circle just to go to RingCon. But to make the Mark of Enlightenment / go on the Sacred Path, you need the Mark of Enlightenment. So that's important to remember. If anyone has any questions about anything to do with RingCon or tokens, etc., ask away. Speaking of tokens, this might not be for everybody, but for the crazies, big fans of token collecting, you may be hearing it here first. Mythic tokens.
Yep.
Mythic tokens can be transmuted starting on January 15th.
What? What? But not the cow, not the coin of wealth. That's, I think, 2027. But the 100,000 GP mythic ore bar, you guessed it, that's a big boy. The mythic bead of defiance, mythic charm of fate, mythic Etten ring, and the mythic ion stone of judgment. January 15th. So why start that? I feel like that's kind of, I can't remember if you had said January before, but this feels earlier than what you had implied earlier. Why January 15th?
Why? Yeah, originally we were gonna wait till later, but we figured out a way we could just make it happen. Why make people wait? So if we can make it happen by January 15th, let's do it.
So, let's say somebody creates the mythic bead of defiance. Couldn't they technically equip that and do a normal run or a hardcore or a nightmare or an epic? They don't have to do a mythic run in order to wear these tokens. Is that right?
Correct. Yep. You can equip for anything. Yep. Unless it's a special 4-room. Yeah.
Right, the 4-room, right. I won't muddy the waters too much, but there was a point in time when you were thinking about you got to make X token in order to just go on a mythic run. So I guess that is not the case anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have we're still kind of working on the final rule set, but you probably will have to have one.
Oh, okay.
Just one of these tokens to be able to go. That way, yeah.
Okay, so you said probably, so it's not a done deal yet. But
yeah, we haven't. Yeah, we're working with the smart people to get it all.
Got it. Okay, cool. Mythic tokens. Now, speaking of the rule set, do you have a target date or a goal or a hope when you think could be the first mythic adventure, or I should say level of an adventure?
The rules we need out by January 15th, definitely, so people know what they're buying. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, now they may be subject to change later, tweaking after we play tested some.
Mm-hmm.
When that'll start, I'm still gotta work with the smart people on see what happens. So, but the first in person probably won't be till, I don't know, Gen Con, maybe at ChemoCon, we'll see.
Really? Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, so let me check in with chat here. Sarah Howell, I presume the Mark of Enlightenment needs to be transmuted before RingCon. Yes.
March 13th.
Remember this? Transmuting starts on December 10th. The deadline is March 15th. And RingCon is in May. So, yes. Ben says, so insane, but so many trade goods to make. I know, right? Brian has a question. Brian's question is, why doesn't the Mythic Ore Bar have a damage wheel? It's a great question.
That is a good question.
None of these have a damage wheel. Maybe that's the answer?
Could be.
So you can't throw it. Who's going to make it and then throw it? Are you crazy? Pick says, has a question. You do need a Safehold 1 to equip a mythic token, though, right?
Yes, correct.
Got it. Right. And if you hadn't heard yet, when you make Safehold 1, your nuggets, the 3 nuggets that you presumably have, will automatically become, what's the word? Slotless. So yes, sorry, I was digging for that word. It's been a busy week. Yes, so when you equip the Safehold 1, your 3 nuggets become slotless, and now you just opened up your 3 Ion Stone slots, which is another advantage of equipping the Safehold 1. Okay, G. McShane, McNugget. Oh my God, I'm working in shed sanding stones, and Trent started to beatbox through something. What's wrong with the machine sound? Sorry. Sorry that I made your machine sound weird. Omega T has a question. Can I transmute the sacred ring at Origins?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we'll be doing transmuting there, but let me talk to the smart people. And I'm not sure. We usually do transmuting there, but we'll see. I imagine. Yeah, and you won't be able. Yeah, of course that'll be after RingCon, but yeah, you can definitely make one there.
Yeah, so you could make it later, but you missed RingCon if you can't go to RingCon, but you still want. I mean, the ring is really cool,
Yeah.
for sure, whether you can go to RingCon or not. All right, checking out the rest of chat here. Lynn loves the tokens, so pretty. Ben, question got missed earlier. Sorry. Do any of the events at RingCon require payment, or you just need the ring for entry? Great question. I did not mention that.
Yes. So like normally adventures like at Gen Con are 128, I think it was this year, and then GameoCon they're like 98. We do need to charge some for it just to help pay for it all and all the volunteer stuff and all the we're missing out on some other revenue for doing this. So we're going to charge $48 for everything, any event, whether it's Sacred Circle, the Path, or True Grind. Of course, the Silver Strip Passage stuff is all free because it's just a walk up kind of thing. But yeah, it's 48 per ticket.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So everything is 48 per, with the exception of the Silver Ship events. Okay, great question. Slotless, yes, thank you, Phil. Guild Strife, wow, my nuggets will become slotless. Yeah, I know. Now, there's something else that I want to draw your attention to. It's time to talk about the whole 2026 season that we still really haven't discussed besides RingCon. There's still so much to go over. So I'll try to get through this, boys and girls. Here we go. I really want to highlight this, though, especially for the people who might not be aware of this option. So you can either buy the 8K order yourself. Boom, you are a patron, or acquire a patron pin / code through other means, whether it be an auction or buy from someone else or get a gift from someone else, I guess. That will allow you next year to go to the patron-only virtual True Dungeon event called Scarlet Moon Masquerade, April 25th. So that means that weekend there's no other VTD events. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
Only the patron event, and I believe that's a Friday. Scarlet Moon Masquerade. What can you tell us about this particular thing?
It's going to be another awesome show put on by Paul and John. Those guys put on great virtual shows, so I'm looking forward to see what kind of craziness they come up with. Should be great.
Wow, so you're just trusting them to do the madness.
Yeah, because I'm like, they do a great job.
They are doing an incredible job. Yeah.
Yeah. So
2 or 3 shows ago, I don't know if you felt bad. I felt bad. I said, "Man, this virtual really kicked it up a notch. It was really great." I mean, you periodically you do that. Like certain years, just things are really just boosted up. It was amazing. And then you said,
"Well, I think that was because we brought on CPN Caitlin. She works. She does an amazing job running the thing during the whole weekend. So like John and Paul do all the beginning stuff, all the sets, all that stuff. She helps a lot with combats for the rooms and stuff, and then she runs a great event. So the 3 of them as a team do an amazing job.
Right. Well, during that show, the live show, I was saying, congratulations to you, giving you kudos for doing such a great job. But then you said, "Oh no, it wasn't me, it was them." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, good job for them then." All right, checking in on chat. One more reminder: liking and subscribing, spread the love of True Dungeon. Click the link to enter the drawing, the pinned link. Okay, trying to find any questions. April 25th is a Saturday. Oh, is it? What? For 2026? Now I got to check the calendar. It is a Saturday. Usually the patron events are Friday. Interesting. So this is going to be a Saturday. Did you know it was a Saturday? If not, it's a Saturday. Thank you for showing me that, or telling me that, Jeff. Pick says, I'm not saying it's vampires, but ...
Yeah.
A vampire ball, ? Count me in. An amazing team indeed. I agree, Phil. Question for Jeff from Michael Breton. Are there any new props or technology you're excited for in 2026? Ooh, good question.
Yeah, we've got some stuff I don't want to spoil exactly, but I would like to say I'm really looking forward to working with my son Drake more on the special effects stuff. He got his toe wet, so to speak, this year. You guys will see that. We got some amazing interactive puzzles that use some really cool video input and sound, and yeah, it's a lot of fun that we can. We're taking it to the next level now that 4K projectors aren't crazy expensive, and yeah. So yeah, I think you guys will have a very enjoyable Gen Con.
Cool.
Because you'll see all three of the big modules there.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Yeah, that's a great question. Garrett has a strange question. He says, would tours of TD headquarters be offered near the RingCon dates? I'm curious behind the logistics of True Dungeon.
I don't know. Maybe we can think about it. You might not want to look behind the curtain. You saw how crazy things are behind here. But yeah, we did that one time. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we can organize some kind of quick thing on Saturday morning. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll I don't want to.
It takes about 3.5 minutes to see the thing, so it's going to take longer to drive here than it's going to be to see it. But I understand why you want to.
Yeah. So if I may throw in my 2 cents here, I don't want to try to tip any scales, but being a Psycho fan, if I may use the word politely, I actually remember this would have been before you announced this 2017 True Dungeon Celebration. I thought to myself, I'm going to email the owner and see if I happen to be in the neighborhood, could I swing by and look behind the scenes, or just like a quick little tour. Now, I have no reason to go to Carbondale, Illinois, but I was just going to say, I'm going to be in the neighborhood sometime next year. But then, like a week or two later, you advertised the 2017 True Dungeon Celebration, and you also, part of it was seeing behind the scenes. It was amazing. I know it may take 3 minutes, but it was just mesmerizing, and it was like visiting Mecca. So I know it's probably a logistical not happy time, but if it's something to think about that you think you could do, I expect the people who would do it would probably just be blown away with joy and happiness. I would still do it again, and I've seen it a couple times. So anyway, just something to think about. So great question, Garrett. John at True Dungeon says CPN and Paul and Joe will put on a fantastic show. Jeff Green says +1 on the TD HQ tours. Mask Llama. The holographic stuff was fun. It was very cool, and I thought really well done as well in the dungeons. So I think that's a very cool effect that you guys could take advantage of going forward. Basic Braining Tom has a great suggestion. A great way to see TDHQ is to volunteer as an NPC or golem for a VTD event. Wink, wink.
That's awesome. That's a smart person. Smart person.
There's the smart people that you keep talking about. That is a great suggestion. You really will see behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, you'll be hanging out here for 3 days. Hanging out. You'll be here though. Yeah, you'll see everything. Plus, you get to partake in the free True Dungeon vending machine hall. So we got these old theater candy machine and an old Coke machine, and yeah. So,
and you added some arcade or pinball machines, I think, one year. Are those still there? They didn't survive.
Went a little crazy.
Okay.
Some 80s, 70s, and 80s arcades.
Yeah. Kusick says, if I drive 15 hours from Louisiana to Wisconsin for GameholeCon for True Dungeon, I bet I'd drive anywhere for a tour of True Dungeon, regardless of the shortness of the tour. I agree. Pig has a suggestion. Silver Ship Passage Carbondale?
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Could have done one of those.
And Maggie likes that as well. Hello, Maggie. All right. Now, at the beginning of the show, we saw the 2026 trailer. Tons of information. I decided that instead of doing like a slide like I normally do for each of these things, I want to play the trailer again so we can experience the excitement of it, and then we're going to go through the trailer and hit pause at each little event and just talk about it briefly. So in case you missed it the first time, or if you're ready for the second time, here is the 2026 trailer for the whole True Dungeon season, the whole shebang. Enjoy. Man, can you believe it, everybody? We are about to experience each and every one of those things, or at least we'll have the opportunity to attend those events. Virtual, the physical conventions, even if you can't make them all, hopefully you can make as many of them as you can, because what a season. I mean, how are you going to top this every year going forward? You know, we're going to want it to be better and better every year. How are you going to do that?
We'll figure it out.
Oh, my Jiminy Crickets. All right, so now we're going to go through this again, but I'm going to hit pause. Okay? So let me pull up the thing here as soon as I can find it. Oh, sorry. All right. So let me. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. All right. So coming in 2026. So let's start there, and actually let me turn on our little pictures here. Cravenmore. What can you tell us about Cravenmore? A year of Gothic adventures.
Yes. Well, I've always wanted to do a year based on, well, I've always loved the Universal monsters growing up as a kid, the classics. It was a shared cinematic universe decades and decades before Marvel came along. So it was just amazing to watch it as a kid, to see all these monsters appear in each other's movies. And it was just really
I
cool.
see. So Frankenstein, Count Dracula, was the sea monster guy in there too?
Yeah, Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Creature of the Black Lagoon. Yeah.
And I was a big admirer of Ravenloft when it came out. The module was like blew everybody away. How the great quality of the modules. So I thought we would take an opportunity to kind of mesh all that together and make a really cool year of just gothic adventure.
Wow, very cool. So yeah, any questions in chat, let us know. So Jim says this has been amazing already. That's a whole lot of dungeons, says Matthew. Can't wait, says Guild Strife. Wayne Rhodes brings up a question as Brian as well. And Belinda makes a comment that is similar. No San Japan. So we don't see San Japan on the list. What is the deal there?
Good question. Well, we decided that not to go back next year. And more than likely, we probably won't go back unless something changes bigger there. Just with the number of people that go to their con. Tanya is an amazing person. We wouldn't have even started going there if it wasn't for the fact that we visited her there. We saw she taught her. Sorry, let's try again. We saw how she treated all her folks, all the people that helped put on the con, and I was like, I want to do something with this lady. So we gave it a good 2-year run to see if we could make it viable, but it just doesn't seem like with the way the con is now that it's something that we can keep doing. Things may change in the future if it grows a lot, and we may try it again, but for the next couple of years, I would say.
Okay. All right. So gave it the old college try. The fit didn't quite work, so had to make the tough decision to not move forward. Understood. And checking in. Hacky channel now for the frame by frame. Yeah. We're doing frame by frame. Mummy. Oh yeah, Kuzik says Mummy. So yeah, the Mummy was part of that world. AA Magic 2, Moon of Mayhem. Are you fighting werewolves under the moon? Are you fighting on the moon? Are you fighting a moon? So many questions, so few answers so far.
MOON spells
okay.
Moon. You never know.
All right, so let's pause here and let's see where we are. So first up, we have Virtual True Dungeon, Tower of Blood. That could not be more ominous. Ominous. January 23 through 25. What can you tell us here?
I will tell you the tagline. Are you ready?
Okay.
You must race to the top of a ruined tower to save an innocent. That's the tagline. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
You must race to the top of the tower to save an innocent.
Wow. Sign me up. I'm in. Okay. Next up. I don't like the part that says Tower of Blood. That doesn't sound like it's going to be, painless. Next up, in February, at the end of February, beginning of March, Virtual True Dungeon, Mist of Madness. This sounds and looks poisonous. What's going on here?
Well, the tagline for this is, you must explore a strange land guarded by a sinister fog. Dun, dun, dun.
You must explore a strange land guarded by something fog.
What was it? What kind of fog?
Sinister fog.
So.
A sinister fog.
We'll cut that later. Wow, a sinister fog. Oh, that is very gothic and nuts. There's always like a fog or a blob, something that you can't really point out, like that guy, or wow, scary. That is kind of a cool tip of the hat. Now, this, you gave us a little bit of a spoiler. I didn't know this, and I've read this stuff to prepare for the show. Order of the Dawn, Virtual True Dungeon, March 27th through 29th. What can you tell us about this?
The tagline is, you must prove your worth to join a sacred order.
You must prove your worth to join a sacred order.
And I think we are going to join it and then go to Rincon. Don't tell anybody.
Yep.
Now, Gilstrife says, looks like I'm back to volunteering for one con a year. Awesome. Michael Bratton says, not ominous at all, just a tower of great people running a blood drive. And Kuzik says, but are they truly innocent? You're right. We will find out. And Tom says, maybe the building material was blood. Mackenzie says, is there a chance to not save the innocent? Right, that's a choice. Right, you could do that. And Kuzik says, Shrek's swamp after eating Taco Bell. Steve Harris says, loving all the info so far. That's great, Steve. That's wonderful. Penguin Onyx or P. Inguinox? What predicated the loss of 10 packs with virtual event tickets? All right, so we are tangential question here. That's totally fine, though. So you understand the question? Did I say it right?
Yeah, so normally with every ticket virtual that we send you after the show, you get a 10-pack. This year, when we placed our order for tokens, the tariff was at 145% at that time. So we had to make, of course, the best educated guess, and there's no way we could afford that. So we limited our number of 10-packs we ordered as much as we possibly could. Just because it could just be, it was a big, huge unknown, and it was still high, but it wasn't 145%, thank goodness. But yeah, so instead, I think we're doing something that people might like even better, we think, maybe, and that's that you get, instead of that, you're going to get a random trade token.
Got it. So for Virtual True Dungeon, instead of 10 packs, we'll be getting a trade good in place of the 10 packs.
Yep.
Now, for physical conventions, you need a 10-pack to play. I believe you said there'll be no 2026 10-packs, but there'll be older year 10-packs for people to play with, right?
Correct. Yeah. So again, in order to keep the craziness down as much as possible, we have some older leftover 10-packs from previous years. We're going to use those for most, if not all, the shows. We'll see where we're at by the time the end of the year hits, like maybe Game Hold Con, we might be able to. We'll definitely get rid of all of them, but we just want to just make a blanket statement that probably you're never going to get a 2026 pack of tokens when you're playing in person or virtual as your starter.
Got it.
This is the number we had to order.
So the way to get 10 packs for people like me who love to collect the gold and the platinum is to buy a non-condensed pack of 10 packs from the site, the True Dungeon site, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, got it. All right, let me check in with the chat. Understandable, 145%. Yeah. Less things I have to sort for transmute, thank God. Yep. Wayne loves the random trade good. Kevin likes it. And Kusik says, going to save so much time on sorting transmute that way. I hope in future years we can opt out of 10 packs and go for trade goods permanently. Interesting thought. Let's move on to see what's next. So then there's the patron event. Let's see if the date. There's the date. So that's Saturday, April 25th, not Friday. So that's something that we mentioned already.
Hang on.
Oh, you want to say something? Go ahead.
I got a tagline for you.
Oh, you got a tagline. All right, tag away.
Hopefully this is Paul approved. I think he did. The tagline is, a feast of fiends has invited you as the main course.
A fiend has invited you as the main course.
I think I'm going to skip this. That doesn't sound good at all. Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, did I? Sorry. Here we go.
Right.
Sorry. Okay, and then RainCon, which we spoke about at length here. This is the RainCon stuff. This is the rings. This is the one for the mark. This is the 4-room dungeon. You can play as much as you want. This is True Gone. And then we have Origins in June. June 18th through 20. And at Origins, there's only a 4-room. So why only a 4-room at Origins?
That's a really good question. We just thought it was the best way to go for this year. We'll probably go back to 7-room next year after that. But since it's only 3 weeks after RingCon, and again, that was the only weekend we could get the facility for RingCon. It just, with everything going on, it just made more sense to do a 4-room and just try to really hit a lot of new folks at Origins. And I know it's not ideal, but we just don't have the bandwidth to do a 7-room, brand new 7-room dungeon right after RingCon. So
Right.
we got to give the hardworking TD guys and gals a little bit of a break.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they're still going to have to be there all week, but it won't be as crazy as a brand new 7-room.
Right. Now, I don't know if you were able to commit to this or if it was TBD. Is this a 10-pack only? It's going to be cheaper because it's only 4 rooms, but is it 10-pack only?
It's a 10-pack only, and you can only play it on normal or hardcore.
Got it. Is this also allowing the 1 ultra rare treasure enhancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Everything that was listed before.
Then we have the big dog, Gen Con, July 30th through August 1st. Moon of Mayhem. So this is, are we fighting a moon? Are we fighting werewolves on the moon? So what can you tell us about Moon of Mayhem?
The tagline is, you go to the moon to fight the moon. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
It's
He guessed right.
It's a great beast must be stopped from terrorizing a village.
A great beast must be stopped from terrorizing a village.
Now, you said beast, so it's only 1. So how hard could that be? Right?
Very deep.
Easy.
Yeah.
No problem. Tiny, tiny beast. Okay. That sounds scary. Maybe I'll skip it. By the way, I don't like scary movies. Now, this sounds cool. Monster Unbound. That sounds awesome. What can you tell us about Monster Unbound?
The tagline is, you must seek the aid of a mad tinkerer in a haunted castle.
You must seek the aid of a mad tinkerer in a haunted castle.
That sounds painless. I'll do that one.
Yeah. Good.
All right, let me check in. I'll chat here. Okay, Kathy Schrammel says, as someone newer to TD, I like the 10 packs at cons because I might be able to upgrade something low level in my build. Welcome to play. And I recognize your name, Kathy. I think you visited my site. Yeah, the 10 packs are great. I think that's kind of like the design of True Dungeon. You go, you buy 1 ticket, you get a 10 pack, you play, you go back next year, you buy another ticket. Now you have 2 10 packs, and now you're trading with your friends. You got some treasure at each of the ends, 3 treasures. So now you got 2 10 packs, 6 treasure, plus whatever trades you might have acquired. So yeah, that's your experience in True Dungeon, and in my opinion, kind of like the way it was designed to be shared and playing as a team, and you get to meet people, and now you might meet them again next year. Oh, let's play again. It just makes me so happy when that happens. I've got goosebumps thinking about what you're experiencing. Scott Hickey, love the trade good change, but thoughts on random trade good and 1:100 ultra rare.
Sure. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure that there's a ultra mixed in there at a rate of 1 out of 100 for sure.
Oh, I see. Great question,
Yeah,
Scott.
we will definitely keep that going.
David loves the tagline. Maggie says, "Darn it, that spring break." Go. Hacky Channel, you still get 10 packs of cons, right? It just won't be necessarily 2026 10 packs. Correct.
Right.
You still get 10 packs at cons. And Phil says you're fighting MOM monster. I guess mom. Mayhem is guaranteed. Time to stock up on pupper treats. James F says Trent needs to do the voiceover for the trailer. It's not me. It's just the filter here. Chris says thanks, Jeff. Now wanting to watch Frankenstein Unbound again. Oh wait, is that what that is? Oh, what? That kind of monster? What? Ben says, got to get them hooked with that first 10 pack, and then the orders start coming in. Oh, yeah. There it is. All right, let's keep on. Oh,
The
Castle.
final finale. Yeah.
Oh, is this 3 parts? Like the order we just saw? Is there like a part 1, part 2, part 3? Usually they're interchangeable, no big deal, but did you design it that way? Part 1, part 2, part 3?
Yeah, basically the whole year's like that. Everything immediately follows. Yeah, it's all very intricately wound. We're gonna try to do a better job this year, even making them more. Like, hopefully, you're gonna run into NPCs virtual, and then you also see them in person. It's gonna be. We're gonna try to do as best we can to intertwine everything and make it just a really fun year.
But in addition to that, the 3 at Gen Con, the 2 that we just saw, and this one, there's this part 3 of the Gen Con story.
Yeah, if you want to play it in order, you would play it the moon, the monster, and then the castle. Yeah, just like we showed you.
Awesome. So what can you tell us about Castle Cravenmore?
Well, every classic vampire adventure module movie you ever watch or play, at some point you gotta sneak into the thing and kill the vampire. So this will be very similar on that lines. The tagline is, "You vow to slay a vampire lord to save an innocent." So you're on this quest. You got a limited amount of time, of course, and you gotta slay this vampire lord to save somebody that you meet in Monster Unbound.
Ooh, I see. Cool. Got it. Okay, so let me check in with chat. This sounds amazing. Love it when the NPCs are recurring. I completely agree. James loves the story arc. Thinks it's a step up for 2026. Garrett says 2025 had great continuity. Can't wait for 2026. I agree. Loved it.
Yeah, the virtual guys did awesome on that. They did great. It's amazing.
Very cool. Jarrett loves the trilogy pack at Gen Con. I like that, the trilogy pack. And William also loved the continuous arc in 2025. If you're saying it's better in 2026, can't wait. Basic Brainian / Tom says, is Cravenmore like a safe hold 1? Interesting.
Could be. Or it's a safe hold 0. Who knows?
Let's see what's next. And then it's time for another virtual dungeon in August through Fear and Fog. Tagline, do you have all these taglines ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You must cross. All right, here it is. Oh, sorry. You must cross a misty village during a night of terror.
You must cross a misty village during a night of terror.
Oh, that sounds, I don't know. Maybe if I stand behind a dwarf fighter. That sounds fun. That's August. Shrine of Shadow in September. What can you tell us about this one?
It is. You explore a cult's ruined temple to find the entrance to the catacombs.
All right, that's too many words for me to remember, but it sounds very cool to explore. And there's an entrance. Now, do we just go, oh, hey, look, there's an entrance, and then keep going?
You'll have to find out later.
All right. Oh, and then the big dog, GameholeCon, October 15th through 17th of GameholeCon will be Castle Cravenmore and a new dungeon that hasn't been discussed yet. Tomb of the Ancients, a 4-room dungeon. Same thing, 10-pack.
Yep.
1 treasure chip. Is that kind of the thing for the 4 rooms? Okay. What can you tell us about Tomb of the Ancients?
Well, that it's going to be brand new at GameholeCon. We haven't decided whether it's going to be exclusive or not. We're going to see how that works out this year. Probably will be, but we're not saying right now how it works out this year. But yeah, should be a lot of fun.
Any taglines? Is this after Cravenmore? Is it part of the storyline? Anything else? I don't want to pull it out of you.
As we're doing it this year, the tagline is a prequel to Castle Cravenmore. You must traverse an ancient crypt to escape your pursuers.
Wow, we're being pursued. There's an ancient crypt, and it's a prequel to Cravenmore. Cool. Very cool. And wait, there's more. An additional true grind at GameholeCon, the Hex Words Heist. Anything you could share about this one?
Another Paul special. The tagline is, a little larceny is needed to steal some fiend's blood from the potion master's cupboard. That
sounds dangerous. Those potions can be dangerous. Wow. That sounds very, very cool. Let me check in at chat. Oh yeah, so the barbarian cowering behind a dwarf fighter. Yes, I'm big and strong, but sometimes afraid of things. Okay, I don't think I see any more questions. Is Tomb going to be a precursor for the theme in 2027? I think we answered that. It's a prequel to Castle Cravenmore, and AA Magic 2 says, through fear and fog, what a horrible night to have a curse. If you get the reference, good job. David gets the reference. You might as well. All right, now back into VTD for November. The Ebony Altar. Oh, this sounds scary.
Epic conclusion. Yep.
Epic conclusion. Ooh. Yeah. Very cool. December 4th through 6th. Can you tell us anything about this question mark adventure?
Just to go back to the Ebony Altar, just real quick, that is the final story arc adventure for the year. That will tie up everything that we've been hitting at the whole year, and you will have a thing. I'm not going to say what the tagline is right now because it's kind of spoilery maybe, but basically you're looking for an altar. So you'll know more about this altar on October 1st when we release a 7-minute backstory video that tells how Cravenmore came into existence.
Oh, now you don't mean next year October. You mean this year October, right?
Yes.
Wow.
4 days.
October 1st. So that's that's the day where we're staring at a store that's not on. We can watch this backstory video.
Yes. Drake's is putting together an awesome video for that, and bring some tissues because you may just shed a tear.
Okay.
I made it I went full gothic romance tragedy thing. So enjoy.
Wow. Very cool. Okay. December question mark adventure. I guess we don't know what this is yet or anymore.
Yeah, we're still working on that. Whether we're even going to do one, we'll see how it goes this year. They're a lot of fun, but we don't want to say anything for sure. And we have some ideas, but right now it's just kind of TBD.
there you have it. That is the 2026 season. Holy potato chips. That was a lot. All right. So, Jeff, I'll let you have the floor. Is there anything else you would like to share with anybody who's watching now or in the future, or people in the chat about this amazing season that we're about to start?
Just thanks for your support so I can do this. I mean, we have a lot of fun around here, and like I always tell people, I have more fun than the players do. So thanks for letting me do this. I appreciate it, because I don't know what I'd be doing. Probably be crazy. So this keeps me out of the crazy house. So thanks for that, and then thanks for all the volunteers that helped me put this on. So, and the staff, of course. Lucky guy, and thanks for letting me do this for you. Appreciate it. And then finally, because I am a nut for TV, just like all you guys are, as soon as this is over, I'm going to update the RingCon page, the golden ticket page, the 20, and the patron page as well. So all that will, and the RingCon page will have lots of information, exact schedules, that kind of thing. So, because I know how gamers like to plan and do all that. So if it was me, I'd be getting on here tonight and I'd be like downloading all the schedules, trying to figure out when's the best.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. So I want to let you guys have that fun. So I will, after this is over, I'll get all that stuff posted. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, which is 58 minutes from now, both trailers you just saw will premiere on YouTube.
Ooh, very cool. So
4K. You can watch it on your big TV at home.
Right. Very nice. So all that information that we covered is about to be updated on the different pages, and you're going to release those trailers, which are super cool. And then on October 1st, a backstory trailer will be released that you got to catch, because it's going to be incredible as well. Well, Jeff, thank you very much for what I thought would be the biggest show ever, and I think it was. What a treat to share so much information to get us all excited for 2026. And I think everyone, if I could speak for everyone, we are just over the moon excited. Can't wait for RingCon. Oh my God. You're about to see a gaggle of nerds who are super happy.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna have more fun at RingCon than probably anybody. So wow. I look forward to these multi-year things quite a bit. So we decided to pull out all the stops. We're gonna make this thing crazy. So thanks for coming, and thanks for all the support over the last 4 or 5 years.
Sweet. Well, thank you again, Jeff, for amazing info. We're looking forward to it, and so get your calendars ready for an incredible year of True Dungeon that seems to be getting better and better every year. So again, thank you very much, Jeff. I will let you go to update all those web pages, etc. And thank you very much for being on the show. You have a good one, Jeff. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a good night.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, well, there we have it. That was the incredible Jeff Martin with unbelievable information for the 2026 season. The sign-up time is now over. I'm putting the kibosh on that, and looks like we have 106 entries. I'm now going to talk amongst yourselves there. As a reminder, this is what we're talking about here. I'm going to do the drawing now for this. You had to have clicked that link, put in your information, and when we do the drawing, which is a mere seconds away, if your name is drawn, say, I'm here in chat. But first, let me go through and make sure there's no duplicates. So again, talk amongst yourself. How about that incredible stuff? I mean, am I right? Okay, Chris, looks like you just got in under the wire. And let's see, understood. Okay, so let me again talk amongst yourself. Katie. All right, Katie. Now you're the last person. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure that there's no duplicates here. Give me a couple seconds here. Again, talk amongst yourselves. Talk about, what was your favorite part of what we just saw? Let's see, remove duplicates. Okay, and no duplicates, so that is great. Let me now put everybody's names in this little hoo-ha here. Okay, so now I can share my screen. Sharing my screen now. There we go. All right, so that is everybody. Now let me just do one quick. I'm going to go back to this screen and let me just look one more time to make sure nobody signed up at the last second here. I don't want to miss anybody. Nope, nobody else has signed up. All right, great. So here we go. Now again, this is for first, second, and third place, 25K bar, single chip. Second place, 5K bar, 3 chip. And third place is 1K bar and 10X. We're going to do third place first. Again, if you're here, say your name. So this is everybody's names. You should see your names kind of floating around there. All right, here we go. And good luck. Who will win third place? Come on, third place. Kresimir! All right. Kresimir, I saw you in chat earlier. Please say hello. Say hello in chat. I know it's a couple seconds behind. There it is. There's Kresimir. So you are here. So I will remove. And that was third place. And now we shall do second place. Second place. Second place. Oh, so close, Raven. Stephen Watkins, are you here? Stephen Watkins, say hello in chat. Yay, that's me. Okay, excellent. All right, we will remove. And now here's first place, a big 25K bar and a single chip. Good luck, everybody. Thomas Stuid? Sure, I'm saying that wrong. Isn't that basic braining, though? Just write the name down. Say hello in chat, please. Okay. All right, there it is. Basic rating. Yes, me. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, there you have it. What a big show. Thank you all for sticking around. Biggest show ever. Amazing. 2026. It's going to be insane, right? RingCon's going to be nuts. And if anybody doesn't have rings and is just starting, especially if you're just starting and you feel a little like on behind that you weren't here 2 or 3 years ago to get all the rings, just email me and I'll see if I can help you out. I don't want people to miss out just because they just started this year. That'd be terrible. So thank you very much for watching this show. Please like and subscribe and all that other YouTube algorithm stuff. I really do appreciate it. I see everybody saying thank you in chat. Yeah, I don't know if I could express how happy it makes me to to do this and spread the love of True Dungeon. It's such a treat. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you guys. And once again, thank you very much. And don't forget my favorite thing to say, it's very hard to frown when you're smiling, so smile.